Welcome back to Legacy of the Void. Amon's reach to save the Nerazim.
Shakuras teams with Amon's Zerg broods. We hold only the southwest quadrant of Telemetros, and even that is in peril. We must evacuate our people, but the launch bays have been defiled with infestation. Only ground forces can clear them. Once the bays are free, the planetary warp conduit will allow our ships to escape safely.
The launch bays will be cleared. Your people will survive, Matriarch. This I swear.
You seek our service.
You will need the aid of my Dark Templar in this battle. They can strike from the shadows without fear of reprisal.
What would you ask of us? Fear is an illusion.
These vaults hold the solarite reserves that power Telemetros. You may claim them with our blessing, Hyra.
I come. Clever. I am intrigued.
Artanis, I'm detecting a rift opening near your position. Avoid Thrasher. By the gods, it's sieging the warp conduit.
Warriors, we must slay it before it destroys the conduit. Strike as one, Templar. The Thrasher is slain, but it will be for naught if the launch bays remain infested.
The darkness rides. I am intrigued.
Well, that was a missed opportunity. Still,
I am but Jakul Ina. I will comply. Clever. I am but a phantom. Cartoon. I am the blade of the Nerazim. You seek our service. I will comply. Fear is an illusion. I am intrigued.
Shore up our defenses. The Zerg are moving to attack our nexus point.
Battle. You seek our service. Fear is my life for hire. I am the blade. Battle is upon us. By the void. We embrace the glory of battle. Input command. I am the blade of the Nerazim. Engaging foe. Awakenings. What would you ask? Nasperu Nadar. I am
A second Thrasher. The conduit is under assault.
I meditate. Battle is upon us.
Engaging foe.
Nasperu Unadar.
I return to serve.
What would you ask of us? I am intrigued.
Your Protoss are under attack.
Got to. I am but a phantom. The darkness lies. I bask in the flame. I will
Awaiting instruction. I feel your presence.
got to. Clever.
Our beast is up.
The dark. You seek our soul.
The Thrasher has been eliminated. This would be an opportune moment to clear the launch bays. I have returned.
My life for hire. I bask in the twilight.
I return to serve.
You seek our soul. The darkness lies. Here is an illusion.
Oshara,
What would you ask?
engaging foe.
The darkness rides.
Ula Sadar.
Another Thrasher has appeared. You know what must be done. Be careful. The spore crawlers and overseers ahead can detect our Dark Templars' movements. Slay them first.
That should buy the conduit more time.
The darkness
Returned. We march to victory. Receiving. Zok Kaladas. Initiating. Get our sights. Matriarch Vorazun, the first launch bay has been cleared. Continue evacuating. I have returned.
My life for hire.
Confirm I am needed. I return to serve. Engaging foe. No time.
My life for hire. We stand unified.
Upgrade complete.
My life for hire. I bet. What would you?
I return to serve.
The darkness lies.
Our duty is unending. Engaging foe.
From the shadow. My light for hire. By the void.
Alright, I'm gonna...
We have secured a
Right.
second launch
Let's-
bay.
Well done. Half of the bays are launching evacuation ships.
My light for hire. Fear is an illusion. Got to. I am but a phantom.
Amon has sent another Void Thrasher against us. Slay it before the conduit falls.
Nasperu Unata. Clever. Glory, I have returned.
Well, I'm fucked.
Amon has sent another Void Thrasher against us. Slay it before the conduit falls.
The darkness. I will comply. What? From the my light for I am but a phantom.
Another Thrasher felled. Is there no end to these abominations?
From the shadows I come. What would you ask of us? From the shadows I come. I am but a phantom. Engaging foe. Here's Nasperu Unadar.
I return to serve. Our duty is
By the void. I am
purged the infestation. Only one launch bay remains disabled.
Got to. We shall serve. You seek our service. I will.
Artanis. Another Void Thrasher has been summoned. This one is in the heart of the city.
I am intrigued. Got to. I return to serve. What? Here is it. Nasperu, I bask in the twilight. You seek Shakuras, the dark. You seek our service. Return to serve. Shakuras, from the shadows I come. We shall upgrade complete. By the void. I am the blade of the Narazim. I keep. What would you ask of us? Khatum. Fear is an by the void. I am but a phantom. I return to serve. You seek our service. I will comply. Khatum. Our duty is unending.
The warp conduit has lost half of its durability. The Void Thrasher must be dealt with soon.
I heed the call. You seek our service.
Well done, brave warriors. Amon's Thrashers are no match for the Templar.
From the shadows I come. Jakul Inak. Khatum. I bask in the twilight. Fear is an illusion. What? Nasperu Unadar.
Well, that probably was the last one. I don't know. I'm just gonna try and complete the bonus objectives because Solarite is more fucking important than
I return to serve.
some bloody achievement. Right. Yeah, you can use the orbital strikes like I have, for instance, to destroy the overseers. Not so much the turrets, but overseers, yeah, that works. That's not gonna work.
I bask in the twilight. The darkness rides. I return to serve. Nasperu Unada Jakul in. Fear is an illusion. By the void, I heed the call. I bask in the enemy closes. From the shadows I come. Khatum, Nasp, Jakul. I return to serve. What would you ask of us? I am intrigued. You seek our service. I am but a phantom.
We are recovering the last Solarite reserve now. The solar core should be augmented by the time our forces return, Hierarch.
Nasperu Unadar. What would you ask of us? From the shadows I come. Look, I bask in the twilight. From the shadows I come.
I feel your presence.
Jakul Ina. Nasperu Jakul.
I return to serve.
Fear is an illusion. What would you ask of us? I bask in the twilight.
We shall serve forever.
Receiving. I have returned. I am the blade of the
I return to serve.
clever. Fear is you seek our service. I will go.
I heed the call. We must fight our duty. Ungara Manakai. We shall serve forever.
You seek. Jakul.
The enemy closes. The launch bays have been reclaimed. Matriarch, you may complete the evacuation.
You have saved my people, Artanis, and they will never forget it.
Yeah, that worked. At least I got one of them. The other one, difficult.
Despite this tragedy, I am pleased to see you once more, Hierarch. I had hoped that our next interaction would be your announcement of Ayer's reclamation.
As did I. Instead, the Templar have fallen.
Then the threat is greater than I realized.
We cannot let the same fate befall Shakuras.
It is too late for that. Amon Zerg poured through the warp gate as a tide of flesh and blade. They have already overrun Telemetros and are nearing the shrines of Lazul. This world is lost. With such an infestation, Shakuras must be destroyed.
Destroy Shakuras? I will not permit this.
Permit? Shakuras was my people's home long before we offered yours sanctuary upon it. I will not let this world be a den for Amon's forces. Worlds may fall to ash. What matters is that we endure.
To lose Shakuras and Ayer.
We are a vagabond people, Artanis. Our true home has always been Ayer. Let us reclaim it together.
It is fitting that the daughter of Raja Gal decides the fate of the world she helped forge. Let us make preparations at once.
Destroy a world. Okay then.
Hierarch, I have powered up a new ship subsystem. You can review it in the solar core now.
Of all the Templar, you never wavered in the belief that our two peoples could live in unity. It is something I admired in you.
It is ironic to hear you say this. All this time, I believed you were reluctant to accept the unity I sought.
You and I had many a disagreement in the Twilight Council. For day by day, I saw my people losing what they were. I saw our precious old ways erode.
You wished to preserve them.
I am Nerazim, Dark Templar. I hold great pride in my people.
But you are also Protoss. That is the greater affiliation.
That is not what the Conclave believed when we were exiled long ago. Your kind had ire. Our culture is all we ever had.
what's worth taking? That's the question. I mean, I could get some really powerful energy. Okay. Stargate and robotics facilities. What does this do? Yeah, not useful at all. Sure, it does make the Nexus the most powerful fucking defensive unit that the Protoss has, but not fucking useful when you can get orbital assimilator, or you can ooh, juicy. That really is juicy, but I just need more energy. I'm not gonna spend that. It's juicy because warp immortals or colossus or carriers. Anyone want a pylon in his base so I can warp in a carrier in his fucking base? That's interesting. I'm glad Blizzard recognized that particular point, because it's actually quite fucking annoying to have to build your structures and then have to bring those units from the base. Anyway.
Such an incredible device. I wonder what further mysteries could hide within.
What have you discovered about the Keystone, Phase Smith?
Only that my skills may be inadequate to assess it.
Explain.
Imagine the Terrans obtained one of our fabrication matrices. Could their scientists ever understand its engineering? The task set before me is of a similar scale. The Xel'Naga were beings beyond our understanding.
Keep working, Karax. I have faith in you.
The War Council awaits you, Hierarch. The Conclave would never have approved using the Spear of Adun, the last refuge of our civilization, to assist the Dark Ones. Cloaked warriors are now available for deployment.
Vengeance for ire. Vengeance for ire. Got to vengeance.
Well, the Nerazim Dark Templar are...
The evacuation ships have reported in. All are present and are being escorted by the Spear of Adun.
There's actually no point for me to go with that, seeing as my zealots do have Whirlwind. So I'm gonna go with the Avengers, because they're basically unkillable, as long as I keep Dark Shrine alive, that is.
This was not an easy decision, but I would rather see Shakuras destroyed than overwhelmed by Amon Zerg. We have much to plan, Hierarch.
Hold out until there's 1.8 billion Zerg. The hard achievement is hold out until there's 2.2 billion Zerg. As you might imagine, that's gonna go extremely well. In Utter Darkness, anyone? 2.0. Basically, that's what it is. Yeah. Anvil of Will. You know, so I'll need stuff to be focused on the defensive. Let me think. Well, I do have that. I do have that. No point. Okay. Probably should have gotten.
Many of my Dark Templar have volunteered to act as scouts for us. They will keep us aware of Amon's movements. Of all the Templar, you never wavered.
Ire is lost. And now Shakuras hangs by a thread.
Yeah. Cosine here, signing out.